Hello, everyone. Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. Tis the season. Yes, today is the day after Thanksgiving here in the United States. It's a huge day for shopping. Everybody has their Black Friday deals, and it gets people into the season, into the feeling of celebrating. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. I'm the president, founder, and chief listening officer here at our network, where we currently have over 25 live broadcasts each and every week. Our show today is The Power of Etiquette and Manners, and we had a fabulous special production led by the founder and principal of the British School of Excellence, Phillip Sykes, and his alumni. If you missed the event, it was a taste of excellence. You can go and find it on our YouTube channel, USA Global TV and Radio, and also on the YouTube channel for the British School of Excellence. Let's welcome to the program the fabulous, the dynamic, the one of a kind, Mr. Phillip Sykes. Welcome.
Drum roll. Boom. Hello, everybody, and a very warm welcome on this Friday. It's fantastic to be back here, and I just so appreciate what you put together and helped us put together on Wednesday earlier this week. I thought it went off exceptionally well, and it's just brilliant to be here. And to all our wonderful guests out there celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I saw a quote yesterday. It said, "Be grateful and remember, whining is the opposite of Thanksgiving," which I just love that little quote. I really and truly do. It is always a joy, Dr. JACALYN, to be with you here, and I'm looking forward to this wonderful show we've got lined up for all of you out there. Here at the British School of Excellence, we just love helping people build their confidence, change their lives, and make a big difference in this world. So if any of you are interested in anything to do with your life and putting your best foot forward, just reach out to us on hello@thebritishschoolofexcellence.com, and our website is thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. We so look forward to engaging with anyone from anywhere in the world who would like to reach out to us.
Thank you so much, Phillip. I just want to share that the show we do right before this is called Authentic Achievements. And what I was really sharing with people, which ties into what we're talking about today, is that opportunity presents itself and we have to walk through the door. There's an opportunity for people to reach out to you and to change their lives. They don't even know how or what it's going to look like, but it's empowering. It's personal and professional development. And the number of courses that you offer all really hone in on certain key things, how to be a better human being. And isn't that all what we really want?
More than anything right now in this world, I think the world, we as human beings need to make this effort. I hate to say it, with digital technology, the fourth industrial revolution, we really are staring down the barrel of into the dark hole. If people thought the pandemic, as in that wretched 2.5 years, were a challenge, going forward with the research that we do, and not only the research we do, but if you read medical reports of our youngsters and what they're exposed to and how they are growing up, lacking confidence, lacking social interaction, just lacking all those wonderful human skill sets that we maybe from the sort of 60s, 70s, and 80s were predominantly grew up with, and was pretty much a lot of us had the privilege and opportunity for people to guide us and steer us in the line of etiquette and manners. And it's deeper than etiquette and manners. Dr. JACALYN, as you always say, we're always learning, we're always growing. It's about how we show up every single day and being a good human being, and how we respect one another, how we are situationally aware, we're socially aware, and we can develop ourselves in the best possible way. But as Dr. JACALYN says, you've got to put that foot forward. We have an analogy here at the organization. You can stand at the top of the hill with your mouth gaping open and waiting for a duck to come flying in. But in a million years, that's never going to happen. You know, as a male, I think I've got more chance of becoming pregnant. It's never going to happen. So really, all of you out there, you have to go and grab your duck with both hands, and you have to then pop it in the pot and boil it and cook it, and then you can eat it. And that's the only way you can grasp whatever it is that you want out of life. And if you've always done what you've always done, you will always continue to do what you've always done.
I love the analogies. Thank you, Phillip. And I just want to also mention to you and Leanne and your team and your alumni, I have been so impressed by what I have seen here on this program. The amount of high quality people who embrace life from all different parts of the world. These are people who take your courses. They come to you, they do their research. People talk about it over and over. They're looking, where can they go to learn etiquette manners, to be an internationally renowned etiquette coach, and they go to you after the research. And everyone speaks so intelligently. They're so polished and so polite and so educated. And I just have to give a shout out to you, Leanne, and your team, because it's incredible the work that you're doing. I want everyone to be aware of it, and I want them to reach out to you. Please go over to hello@thebritishschoolofexcellence.com and get started on the next chapter of your life. Let's do it during the holiday season as well.
Absolutely.
Phillip, tell us about the wonderful, beautiful person who is backstage, one of your alumni we're going to be bringing out.
Sure, I've just got goosebumps. Thank you, Dr. JACALYN. This amazing guest is amazing. From the ground up, walks into a room with a ball of energy, lights the room up, incredibly academic, intelligent, vivacious, stylish, has an amazing charisma, and just wants to grow people. A mum who has got two wonderful children, actually studying on their second or third degrees here right now in the United Kingdom, and a gorgeous daughter who's at home with them, going, I think, in middle school right now. An amazing husband who does the most incredible work when it comes to babies, but predominantly premature babies, specializes in prem babies, and an amazing family. I've never had the privilege of meeting the whole family, but I've had the privilege of working with Loretta's amazing son, and I've had the privilege of meeting Loretta in person on a few occasions, and as well as that, coaching and working with her on our Train the Trainer program. So without further ado, I'd love to welcome Loretta into the studio.
Welcome, Loretta.
Thank you very much. Good morning here in the Bahamas. Dr. JACALYN, Mr. Phil, it's a pleasure to be here with you.
It's lovely to see you in your red and your festive background. I just feel filled with energy and wonder and curiosity. Tell us about where you are in the Bahamas and what you're doing.
Yes. So I'm here on the beautiful small island of Nassau, which is the capital city in the Bahamas, New Providence, and Nassau being the capital. And I'm the founder and curator of Cafe Channing Noelle. And we have a saying here: we live life in excellence, we live life in beauty, we live life whole, and we live life in luxury. And of course, luxury is a state of mind. And more importantly, we live life with the view that we always want to positively impact the lives of others, help them to grow and elevate themselves wherever they are. So that's where we are, and that is our mission, especially at Cafe Channing Noelle, which we are expanding to more of a program or a coaching session, or an evolving coaching session, or evolving coaching sessions, especially having had the opportunity of going through the program with the British School of Excellence. It is absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Loretta. I'm super excited to have this conversation with you. Today, we're talking about traditional Christmas gatherings in the Bahamas. Before we get into that, you were featured on the special event that we had here earlier in this week, and you talked about your journey to find the British School of Excellence. And I would just like for you to share a little bit about that. There are people out there watching or listening, and they're doing the same thing that they're always doing. And they're looking at you and thinking, wow, look how beautiful she looks and glamorous in the Bahamas. And it sounds cool. And I'd like to get away and do something. I'd like to change my life. They have all these great ideas, but it takes action, it takes execution, it takes
Wow.
commitment, and you have that. And you did that. Tell us how you connected with Phillip and his team and how that experience has impacted you at Cafe Channing Noelle.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. First, I'd like to say, firstly, I started out in a career in science. I'm a dental hygienist by profession, but I've always considered myself a, a habitual learner. I made it my purpose to learn something new every year. I mean, something that is going to dramatically and drastically and positively impact my life. So I consider myself a habitual learner, always evolving, but evolving to the point where I'm not the only one benefiting, but would like to extend that to a wider community, not only my friends or my peers or colleagues, but to a wider community. And so I often set out on a course that what can I do next? And in attending another program in London, I met this fabulous woman, Maria, and she and I just connected. And it's all about making the right connection, having something in common, there's often the term used commonality, but not just holding it for yourself, but sharing it with someone else. And Maria said, just observing you and listening to your passion and where you are taking your new business venture, I think you ought to meet my friend Phillip Sykes. I think this will definitely add a new dimension to where you're going with your next business venture. And Maria was so excited, and I said, yes, I definitely would love to attend this program. So Maria made the connection. So that's all about networking. So I had the opportunity to meet with Phillip, and I can tell you, my life has changed in such a positive direction, because I believe what I was curating as my new business, yes, it was glamorous. Yes, people were going to have a wonderful experience. And yes, it will be memorable. And yes, they will talk about it and bring other people to our establishment. But there was that one special thing that was missing. I'm known to be one who's a stickler for details and making sure things are done in the proper manner. And when it comes to not just table etiquette, but of the full manner in which we present ourselves and connect with other people, and wanting other people, encouraging other people to live their best life. So I decided to attend the British School of Excellence, the best investment I have made, not only in my personal life, but in my business venture or my business endeavors as well. Now, I'm involved in several other businesses. Yes, my boutique emporium, the patisserie Cafe Channing Noelle, but in medicine and in dentistry, and also in Miss Bahamas Universe. And so I'm actually a coach for Miss Bahamas Universe, and I'm also a partner in the franchise. Yes. So I'm a part of the franchise holder for Miss Bahamas Universe. And of course, we have lots of beautiful young ladies coming through the program. So hence my opportunity to coach these young ladies, but not only coach them, but have this program of the British School of Excellence really as my backbone and my support. It gives authenticity to what I'm doing. And of course, everyone wants to know where did you learn this? Who coached you? Where did you get this knowledge from? And they were, okay, now there is someone that I can go to for coaching because I know she has been coached by the best. And we all want to know that when we invest our time and, yes, our finances, we want quality, not just quantity, but quality. And we want to make sure that what we're investing in is going to validate us and what we're saying. Therefore, the British School of Excellence has been, so far, the best investment I have made in personal development as well as promoting, elevating, and enhancing my business endeavors.
Wow, what a testimonial. That's amazing. Phillip, did you hear this?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk through the door tonight. It's, oh my word. So thank you. Thank you. Well, I know you're a straight shooter, so I thank you. And I just all I do is I get goosebumps and I just say hallelujah, and I just feel so blessed to work with people like you, Dr. JACALYN, and the people we have the privilege of working with. But not only that, because this is deeply ingrained in me. It's my purpose, it's my vision, it's my focus to work with people so that we can all pull and push in the same direction, if that makes any sense.
Yes, absolutely. I would like to share also with our viewing and listening audience. There are many, especially women, who come to a point in their career where they feel as though, okay, that's it. I've done what I was supposed to do. I've received my education in whatever area that specialty is, and that's where I am. I'm done.
Yeah.
And they wait for retirement. I am here to encourage and empower other women. I'm over 50, and I believe in living in my dream. There are many of us out there with dreams and passions that we never pursue for fear and lack of support, and of course, fear of either family or friends discouraging us. We have to believe in ourselves. Whether we are going to or have the mindset that we will or we might not succeed, you never know unless you try. And to sit on a talent or a passion to pursue something else and do nothing about it, you're robbing yourself of living. I often say, my one life is just not enough. I definitely need about 9 more lives for all the things I'd like to accomplish.
Well, it seems like you are definitely well on your way. You have a lot going on, and it's all very exciting. And thank you again for being here and for sharing. I'd love to sort of delve into now, what are the traditional Christmas gatherings that you have in the Bahamas? What can people expect? I spoke to you backstage. Obviously, here in the United States, people love to go to the Bahamas. I'm in Florida. People go from here to there all the time. Tell us about the festivities that you offer there.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Well, this is such a festive time of the year. I know globally, but in the Bahamas, we are a people of rhythm. We also love to celebrate. And for us, this season, the highlight of what we do here in the Bahamas, or how we celebrate in the Bahamas, is called JACALYN, which is a festive season of not just celebrating, but a season of cultural dance, cultural display of colorful plumage and costumes, display of music and rhythm, and people gathering downtown in the city square and just dancing. But it's organized. There are prizes. There are groups competing. It is utter euphoria. The rhythm of the goatskin drums, the horns blowing, and the people jumping and dancing. It is an incredible expression of talent, music, festivities, and that's the major highlight of how we celebrate Christmas and New Year's Eve. So anyone coming to the Bahamas, if you can go online and book tickets to view our national festival of JACALYN, I will tell you, you would have had no better celebration experience than to attend our major cultural festival at this time. And of course, after you've attended Junkanoo, you want to relax and have a lovely breakfast, come on over to Cafe Channing Noelle and Patisserie. We are actually 7 minutes away from our international airport. You definitely, your taxi would have to drive by Cafe Channing Noelle to take you to whatever hotel you're going to stay at. So Cafe Channing Noelle, 7 minutes away from the airport, 7 minutes away from one of the major tourist strips. You can actually walk to our cafe. So among the traditional celebrations, we have, believe it or not, we actually do enjoy afternoon tea here in the Bahamas. You know, we still have that British influence. So we actually grew up, for me especially, in a home where we served afternoon tea after school. And I have made it a tradition and a part of our menu at Cafe Channing Noelle. So here we have, yes, in addition to all the food and the people gathering and celebrating each other, exchange of gifts, very much like we do in the UK and in America. You know, we are actually 35 minutes away from Florida. So we consider ourselves cousins to America. We refer to America, North America, as our neighbor, and in every sense of the word, in every sense of the word. So our celebrations, the clothing, the festivities. Would you believe last night we also celebrated Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving. Many homes actually celebrate American Thanksgiving, including my home. You know, I've lived in America for a number of years, educated in America as well, in New York and Boston, lived in Florida as well. My children were born in Florida. So we are very much ingrained in the American culture, and we have the benefit of both the UK and America. So here we are celebrating our afternoon tea traditions and other British traditions. So that's why I so love, you know, my close connection now with the British School of Excellence. It just makes me more British now.
Phillip, can you handle the rest of the show? Because I've got to leave and go to the Bahamas.
Okay, yes, you know. So there we go. Come on over. So for persons who are thinking of coming to the Bahamas, yes, come and check me out over here in Nassau, Cable Beach, Cafe Channing Noelle. I'm living a life of excellence. And of course, we have more than just sun, our beautiful beaches, and warm, friendly people. We have a wealth of hospitality, and that encompasses everything. You know, we welcome you. We love our visitors. We embrace them. We want them to have an authentic Bahamian experience, but we also want them to take away a little bit of the UK and the other traditions around the world as well. So we're quite welcoming, and we have to be. We are one of the most visited islands in this part of the world, or most visited countries in this part of the world. So we embrace people, and we love it when they come to our shores. We embrace them. We want them to have a lovely time, tell their friends, and come back.
Loretta, you've certainly given us enough reasons to come there. I'm like drooling over here. Phillip, I would love for you to jump in. Loretta just mentioned about afternoon tea. You've done some wonderful episodes here about afternoon tea. What is it we need to know when it comes to afternoon tea and the holidays? Is there anything different?
Anything different? Well, firstly, Loretta's got a challenge on her hands because, as she mentioned earlier, Cafe Channing Noelle is named after her eldest daughter. Her next shop's going to be Cafe Sean Ryan, and then the third cafe Courtney Aaron, because you can't leave the children out, okay? So you're gonna have a little bit of that on that. But going back to your question, Dr. Jacqueline, this is the beauty about afternoon tea. You can be as creative as you want. And here in the UK, one of the very popular things is a mince pie. Now, if anyone thinks mince, ooh, mince meat, it's actually not. It's a beautiful sort of, how do we call it, mince? It's made from raisins and currants, and it's got some wonderful spices in it. Not spicy as in spices, but it's a gorgeous little soft, delicate pastry with a caster sugar over it. And they really are wonderful mince pies. So those are very traditional around Christmas time, often served with brandy butter. So for those of you who really enjoy, it's sort of you get a butter and you put some sugar in, and you put as much brandy in there as you want, and you whip it up so it becomes almost like a creamy sort of base butter. So that's very, very popular. And so when it comes to English afternoon tea at Christmas time, you can really bring in some wonderful traditions. Typical Christmas pudding, which again is very much a fruit-based cake. And often, if you're lucky enough, you can find a few coins that have been sterilized and popped into the Christmas pudding, often lit with brandy, doused with brandy and then lit just before entering into the room. But really, there's no real do's and don'ts for the English afternoon tea. This is the wonderful thing about it, is that you can bring your creativity to the table, and chefs around the world definitely do that right now. There's no set in stone menus or recipes, that's for sure. And what's also stunning is these gorgeous Christmas teas that have been brought out since the English afternoon teas become so popular. So again, teas with beautiful cinnamon in it, and nutmeg, and hints of orange peel, and in some cases cocoa. And it is just amazing, the aromas that you get through these afternoon tea cafes now, of that afternoon tea and the English smell and aroma. And I think all of us, our brains light up when we recognize a gorgeous aroma from our ewes, and we say, oh, that smells like Granny's kitchen, or wow, that smells like Cafe Channing Noelle, or that smells like X, Y, and Z. And I think this is something that we can bring to light. Apart from that, I think etiquette and manners are always going to stand you in good stead. It doesn't matter what's being served at the end of the day, but using your napkin correctly. But not only that, using your cutlery correctly, and helping and passing and offering and all of those sort of things as we engage in this wonderful festivity and afternoon tea experience. And for me, one of the most important things is about being present, being really, really present. No mobile phones. And I know not in the Bahamas, but here, for example, in the United Kingdom, having a beautiful roaring fire at a lovely sort of cafe or hotel sort of lounge where they serve afternoon tea, and just really embracing that ambiance and that experience and one another's company, or whoever's joining you.
Yes.
Sounds fabulous.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing that. I do have a question for the two of you. Yesterday, here being Thanksgiving, my mother and I went out, and there was a large table party in the same room we were in, and they all had these turkey hats, and everybody was putting the turkey hats on and standing and posing for pictures, and it was quite a scene. And I thought it was great, but some other people didn't think it was that wonderful, because they were taking up a lot of the space in the room, if you know what I mean, by putting on this display. Is that okay or not? Phillip?
Well, okay.
Go ahead. Please, Loretta, please go ahead.
Well, at my Thanksgiving dinner, we actually had turkey headbands. We had turkey headbands as well as turkey sunglasses, or sunglasses with the turkey feathers. And we actually posed for photos after dinner. So we did not do it during dinner. It was, yes, after dinner. And it simply added to the festivities. And just before everyone departed, it was another dimension to the celebration. And we took photographs afterwards. So I think it's okay, but it has to be tastefully done, as well as strategically positioned, not in the middle of a meal, not while you're serving the meal or persons are consuming their meal. I believe either before the meal begins or after. And I think it's fine.
Thanks, Loretta. Yeah, and Phillip, I'd love to hear from you as well.
I think Loretta's spot on there, and I think this is situational awareness. For me, especially around this time of the year, we're planning to go out and we're planning to have fun and enjoy and embrace. If you're not feeling in a good mood or you don't feel up to it, then don't go out. That's one thing. I mean, yesterday evening we were very privileged to go to an amazing show here in London where they have the ABBA experience, where they've decorated this amazing, beautiful space in one of the O2 rooms next to the O2 Arena. And you could honestly swear that if you had closed your eyes and walked in there and you didn't know where you were, you would have felt you were in the heart of Greece. It was mind-blowing. And they did the whole show of ABBA, and we had performers and we had this amazing meal. And I looked around the room, and I have to say 92% to 99%, 98% were really embracing the moment. And there were the odd couple that just looked as if they were watching paint dry on the wall, which was really sad. And then everyone at the end starts dancing and engaging and really connecting with one another. And I think that's really special. But going back to your current or your experience last night, Dr. JACALYN, again, if you're a big table and you're having fun, just be mindful of the people around you. And if necessary, or if you can, include them. I'm the first one to say, hey, come and join us, have a bit of a wiggle, have a bit of a dance, make the most of it. But you do there's a time and place for everything. And I know alcohol gets involved in these sort of moments and people can become a little bit gregarious and a little bit sort of overjoyous. So there are times when maybe someone in the party needs to just slowly and quietly calm one or two people down. But in general, let's make the most of the time we have, at these venues, at these wonderful Christmas and Thanksgiving get-togethers. There's a lot to be said for it.
Thank you both. I agree. I think it also comes to what you were saying, situational awareness. Many times people feel they're going out, they're spending money, they're entitled to just act any way they want to act, but that's not the case. It's always showing up and being respectful of other people and the fact that they're also there to enjoy a good time. And that's what this holiday season is all about, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Totally. And not only holiday season, I think let's look at life a little bit more with a lighter heart as well. I think a lot of us have become very, very withdrawn and very serious. And I think let's bring joy into a room. Let's bring energy into a situation, because we are all, all of us are fending. All of us are having to get up every day, go to work, and make the day unfold for ourselves. So why not bring the joy rather than negativity and bad energy and bad manners and bad etiquette? Let's turn that around. And I'm telling you right now, this becomes like a positive pandemic. It just like a domino effect. It starts to create such an amazing ambiance wherever you go. And one or two people can absolutely switch the energy, either good or bad, when they enter a room or enter the office, into your home. Dr. JACALYN, we spoke about this, and Loretta, you and I have spoken about this. Our presence, our not only our situational awareness, but our situational presence. So if we walk through the door at home after a day's work, am I bringing my baggage and negative energy from my office environment through my front door, and vice versa? Am I taking something negative from home, or am I totally preoccupied when I walk in through my office door? So we need to be very present when we are engaging in any given sort of situation. And it's about being I think one of the better term for the word I'm looking for is being a chameleon. That is something we've got to be adaptable.
Yes, I definitely agree. Yeah. Loretta, would you like to add into that?
Yes, and especially at this time of year, the celebration. I'd just like to add my little glasses here.
Woo-hoo!
Love it.
So these are my turkey. These were my turkey glasses, and some Christmas ones.
They look great, Loretta.
Yes. So this is what we did. But we did it after we took our photographs after dinner.
I love it. I love the energy.
Yes, thank you. But at this time of year, I believe, as we're being mindful of the season, we should also be mindful of those persons who are alone and have empathy and be inclusive. We've gone through a very difficult 2.5 years of of the pandemic. And there are people who have lost significantly loved ones, more than one or two, several close family members. And I think we ought to try to include them in our celebrations. That might be alone or just dreading going through Christmas, New Year's, and the holidays without those loved ones. And that's where our empathy comes in, and mindfulness, and an opportunity to really have our emotional intelligence on display. So that's one of the things I would love for us to be truly mindful of at this time.
Thank you so much, Loretta. That's such a great comment, because to your point, it's not all just singing and joy and presents and going out and getting dressed up. There are people who really have suffered, people who are suffering. People are trying to figure out how they're going to pay for food, how they're going to pay for fuel, and to invite people to join, to be a part of the celebration is really important, because there are many people who are very much alone. To your point.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
So important, fundamental.
Absolutely. So as we come to the end of the show, which always comes so quickly, let's talk about some happy, positive traditions that you have in your own families during the holidays. I'm going to start with Phillip.
Happy. Well, first, Snowy the elf pitched up out of the blue this morning. And our little boy Harley found Snowy sitting on the shelf, and he had a little card written for him. And so that Snowy is very, very important. Keeps an eye on how things are going here at home and reports back to Lapland and Father Christmas. And Snowy's quite cheeky. He sort of pops in each day, and we find him in a different spot, or he's a bit of a rascal. So that's one of the traditions, is very, very sort of part of our wonderful Christmas festivities. Kerry, my wife, is very similar to Loretta, definitely brings her A game when it comes to, the attention to detail, dressing up and that. So our decorations are a big part of the house. Kerry, wherever she goes, she actually buys a decoration. And recently, I'm not joking, you remember Dr. JACALYN? We were recently in the USA, and we popped into the wonderful Kennedy Space Center. So a new decoration is going to be added to the tree this year. Yes. But also beautiful wonderful handcrafted decorations go on this tree. So there's great attention to detail about our Christmas decorations. Mm-hmm. And we still love writing Christmas cards. We each year we create a picture. So for example, we'll get Coco, our toy poodle, and Harley, and we'll dress him in an elf outfit and give Coco a Christmas hat and put him on a sled and some presents around them. And we create a Christmas card, and we send that far and wide. So we're very into the handwritten Christmas card, which I think, and I understand why it's a challenge for a lot of people. A, the cost, there's a huge cost attached to it right now. And B, does it even get there? Does it even arrive? I mean, in some countries, we've been known to have a Christmas card arrive 6 months past into the new year. So, but it's still the thought and that sort of thing. So, again, all these little things make a big difference, is having these little traditions. I mean, I can keep going on. We have a stocking, which we fill thoughtful little gifts. We try to make sure we put quite a lot of things aside for the people less fortunate. And so it really is a big part of our tradition into understanding the balance of, being kind, being grateful, and really appreciating all the wonderful things we have in our life.
Yes.
Phillip, thank you so much for sharing that. I loved hearing about it. Tell me again, because I've never heard of this before. Who's the little visitor that you have popping in to visit with Harley?
So Snowy is the elf on the shelf.
Yes.
And you're not allowed to touch Snowy, because if you touch Snowy, you're in big trouble. So Snowy keeps an eye on everything. He just makes sure that Harley's towing the line, and he just goes back to Santa and reports. And
he's Santa's helper.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
You have to watch the movie. You have to watch the film. Okay, I'm going to challenge you.
Okay.
You'll love it.
Yes.
Thank you. I will. Loretta, how about some of the traditions that you have there?
Well, yes. Well, in our home, we actually go through, we do have the elf on the shelf Courtney, our younger daughter, the elf on the shelf is what keeps her in line. Truly does. I love, love, love that entire tradition of the elf visiting us, particularly during this time. So that's definitely one of our family traditions, as well as decorating the home. We go out and we purchase the Christmas trees. We love having real fragrant Christmas trees as opposed to the fantasy trees. So we go to a little Christmas place and we actually purchase, I'm ashamed to say so, 5 Christmas trees. And the ornamental tree is in the living room or the great room, which is beautifully decorated. We play Christmas music, Christmas carols. We drink eggnog and we have little treats of pecan pies and all the other little fruit cakes and all the loveliness. And we share that while decorating the Christmas tree. And that's a wonderful tradition that we have enjoyed from the day we were married 29 years ago. And today we still do, we continue with that tradition. But the greatest tree, which is one of the smallest trees, but our greatest tree that we're so proud of is the one in our kitchen. We actually put a Christmas tree on the kitchen counter, the island in the kitchen. That tree has the most beautiful memories. Photographs of our children at birth, their first Christmas. We collect ornaments from all the countries and cities that we visit. So we have those ornaments on the trees, on the tree. We also have paintings and artwork that the children have made during their years in elementary school or in kindergarten and letters to mom and dad. We have those hanging on the trees. We also collect other little trinkets that we find very special that speak to us. The hallmark ornaments, which signifies the day the children were born. Each child was born. So each child has that date of birth ornament on the tree as well. Our first Christmas together as husband and wife, that is on the tree. So this tree is a very, very special tree. And every year we take great pride and love, and we just enjoy decorating that particular tree while having all the goodies, and it brings back such warm memories. Oh, I remember when Sean Ryan was born. Oh, you remember Channing cried all night. Oh, I remember the day that Courtney came home. It's just such a warm, loving, fuzzy feeling. So it's all a part of our Christmas tradition. Of course, Christmas morning, Carlos reads the Bible and the whole nativity scene, and that is done before we open gifts. After that, we open gifts, we take photographs, and then we have a Christmas breakfast out on the terrace. So that is our Christmas tradition, among many others.
Wow, how beautiful. I love what you're both doing. That sounds just, I'm just filled with joy just imagining your homes and your families together. That's wonderful. And Loretta, it's always a pleasure having you. I hope you'll come back and see us again soon. We're actually at the end of our show already, which I can't believe it. But Loretta, we have your information up about how people can connect with you on Instagram. We also have an email address for you. Is there some other way you'd like people to reach out?
Well, yes. Well, we are in the process of building our website. So other than that, I would say Instagram, Facebook, Cafe Channing Noelle, and Patisserie. We are also, if you're visiting the Bahamas, you're visiting Nassau, we are on Blake Road and West Bay Street, 7 minutes away from the airport, 7 minutes away in the opposite direction from Bahama Resort. And so we're in Caves Village Plaza, Cafe Channing Noelle and Patisserie. Our telephone contact is area code 242-327-3899. Stop in, give us a call, send us an email or a WhatsApp, and we'll be happy to welcome you.
Thank you so much, Loretta. And Phillip, Sykes, how can people reach out to you? How can they take this journey, step one, to become an internationally accredited etiquette coach? You're on mute, sorry.
Just book a call with us, please. We have a calendar on our website, or send us an email to hello@the BritishSchoolOfExcellence.com, and we would love to engage with you. We really and truly would. We love having a Zoom meet, or if we can meet in person, please just don't hesitate. Call us, and we would, there's no approach of shoehorning anyone or whatsoever into any of our programs. We would just love you to see what we're about, build up the rapport, build up that incredible relationship. Very welcome to speak to past students. Go onto our YouTube channel and see what past students have said. Again, I can only say thank you to Loretta for appearing on here today as a guest. It's just wonderful, but those amazing words that came from your heart and out of your mouth. And it's just a true privilege and a joy to be able to connect and work with everyone that has walked through our door. And I'm so excited to see and meet these amazing people out there. And just something I want to just sort of finish off on is, Loretta, we need to bang that drum for women who have been the most incredible, support to their spouses, may possibly have had children, and now they get to a stage in their lives where they sort of got all this wonderful knowledge, experience, and education behind them, but they are feeling a bit lost or a bit directionless. Every single one of us has the ability and the opportunity to make a change in someone else's life. And one thing better than that is when you bring your beautiful experience, your knowledge, and your sort of understanding of what you've achieved thus far in life, and you share it with other people. It's criminal to leave and depart this earth with all that amazing opportunity to help change other people's lives. So, and again, I wish more men would come through our programs, especially Train the Trainer. Our other programs, they tend to go into the Polished Professional, our Business Excellence program, and our Emotional Intelligence programs. But if we could get more men onto our Train the Trainer program, again, I think that would stand in such good stead for other gentlemen out there who really want to spread their wings and want to lean on someone that they can connect with and talk to.
Yes.
Absolutely. Get involved. Do something. The end of the year is here. It's time to set new intentions for new explorations, to be curious about what's out there. And I highly recommend that you reach out to both Phillip and to Loretta. So thank you both again for being here. And I look forward to catching up with you soon.
Thank you so much
for having me.
Thank you.
Loretta,
You both.
lovely to see you. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
And thank you to each and every one of you who are out there. I do have 2 announcements that I want to share. If you would like to join our team at USA Global TV and Radio, it's so easy, and it's actually an offshoot of what we were discussing today, because the course that I'm going to talk to you about is also available through the British School of Excellence. So here at USA Global TV and Radio, all of our team members have to be certified as elevated listeners. What that means is that they're listening without judgment, without interruption, without providing solutions, and without stealing the stage. So when you come here for your interview, you know that people are offering you a safe space to share your story. So I offer that to you, our listeners, to you, our viewers, for you to take a 2-hour course for $30. That's right. I've lowered it to $30 to make it as available as possible to everyone across the world. You can take the course at your leisure online. When you finish the course, there'll be a 7-question quiz. And when you finish the quiz, you get a certificate. That certificate goes on our website, as well as your headshot, and you can put it on your LinkedIn, and you can let the world know that you know how to listen at an elevated level. You automatically become a team member here at USA Global TV and Radio. So here's that information if you're interested. And again, once you become a team member, you could become a co-host or a host or a panelist, or you can have your own show talking about whatever it is that's important to you. But the first step, and the first step in your life, is to learn how to listen. We know when people aren't listening to us, don't we? We know when people are looking off in the distance, they're looking at their phone, they're judging us. And the thing that really stands out for me is when people start giving me solutions. I didn't ask for a solution. I just wanted you to listen. And now you're telling me what to do. No, we don't do that here. So think about joining our team, investing the $30, learning how to listen. I promise you, you will be happy that you did. Phillip Sykes is one of our elevated listeners, and we'd love to have you join us as well. Okay, my second announcement, which I'm really excited about. Not that long ago, on one of our shows, Entrepreneur and So Much More, with my dear friend Justin Merigliani, we had a very special guest, Joseph Del Campo, who is in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area in the United States of America. And he is a professional photographer. And he went out on this journey to discover this passion that he had for taking photographs, and it became a business. And he shared some of the work that he's done, which is truly amazing. And you can imagine, to my surprise, earlier this week, when a package was delivered for me to my home with this beautiful gift that he sent to me, that he took this beautiful photograph and he took the time to find out from Justin what my address was and to send this to me. And I can't even tell you how full my heart is that he did something like this, that he spent the time and the consideration to send me something. This is one of his most popular works. And I'd really love for you to reach out to him and find out how he can enhance your life with the beautiful work that he's doing. I do have information here that I put up. So please to reach out to him. Again, his name is Joseph Del Campo. He's a professional photographer. You can contact him if you are in the local area where he is. He can come out to you and he can do a photo shoot, or you can actually purchase his beautiful work on his website. His website is JDC, like Joseph Del Campo, photog, like photographer, PHOTOG.com. Again, please take another look at this beautiful work. And his website is filled with all of the beautiful creations. I have this right here in my studio, and he didn't want me to actually say anything to anyone. He specifically asked that I not let people know that he sent it to me. And I reached back out to him and just said, listen, I'm looking at this every day and it's bringing a smile to my face. So he gave me permission, and I just thought from my heart, I want to share it. Please to reach out to Joseph. A big reason why I'm here doing what I'm doing is to provide education, inspiration, and hope. And I want you to connect with the people that we're bringing to you. They're all sharing their time, their expertise, and their experience to help make the world a better place. So please reach out to Joseph, reach out to Loretta, reach out to Phillip, and please be curious about what else is out there for you. Take today and do something different. Get out of your comfort zone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for engaging. Our next show is coming up. It's at a new time for today only. The show is presenting Pet Psychic Amina, and we're going to be talking about pure breeds and mixed breeds. What's the best answer for you? What's the best answer for the animals? Stay with us and you'll find out. Thanks again. Happy holiday season, and thanks for being a loyal supporter.